Hi friends, it's Jason, and today I wanted to talk to you about a sequel I recently read, and that is Apprentice to the Villain. This was the sequel to Assistant to the Villain. Now, when this book came out, this was everywhere. It was all over BookTube and Book Talk, and a lot of people were talking about this book, and it's kind of cool. It came out with the red sprayed edges, purple cover, and everybody was talking about this book. When this one came out, I saw way less people talking about it, and I'm not sure what happened there. For some reason, this one just kind of fell off the radar. Like another book talker that I'm friends with that I know, I wish they'd gotten the purple, like she said, I wish they'd gotten the purple on the sprayed edges of this one a little bit closer, because they did get the red very close on this one, so I wish they'd match that up just a little bit better. And I'm not sure what they're going to call the next book, because based on the end of this one, there is going to be another book. I'm not sure what they're going to call it, because this was Assistant to the Villain and this was Apprentice to the Villain. Associate to the Villain. I don't know what they're going to call the next one. My impressions, you probably watched my video on this one on my Book Talk. This one, while I liked the story, the writing was difficult for me in places, because I couldn't tell if it wanted to be an adult book or a YA book, or in some cases even as much as a mid-grade book. Like it was weird for me, because the writing was at different levels in different places. Now, the main character, Evie, I do like her. I really like her sarcasm. There is some great humor in these books, but if you haven't read this one, definitely give it a chance, because what I was going to say about this one I did like this one better than the first one. I found this one was a bit stronger in the story than the first one, and I enjoyed where this one went. Now, it expanded on some of the characters like Kingsley, and you started to figure out who he actually is, and that's the frog for those of you that don't remember. And you know, the relationship between the villain and Evie, the apprentice or assistant, whichever book you're in, starts to expand. So like I said, I did enjoy this one more. The king becomes even more evil in this one. There is some betrayal in here. I don't want to give too much away for anyone that hasn't read this book yet, and like I said, I did enjoy it. The writing is still in places still a bit off-putting for me. Like it seems almost childish in places, which is weird, because in other places it's grown up and serious. So it's a little off-putting in that regard. It's like a mind shift in some ways, but I did enjoy it, like I said, and you know, it basically, the premise of the story, for those that don't know, that haven't read this one yet, is Evie is a poor girl in a town, and she stumbles through the forest, and she interrupts the villain being chased by the king's men, and the villain is evil, and he does evil things, and he ends up hiring Evie to be his assistant, almost right there on the spot, because she saves him. And she goes to work at his manor, which is hidden by magic in the forest, and the king's men can't find him, and so it's interesting in that regard. And there's magical creatures, and they're working towards basically trying to save the kingdom, and the king is also telling the people that he's trying to save the kingdom. So it's an interesting story. I did enjoy it. Like I said, there are some bits of it with the writing that throw me off a little bit, but if that's a story that sounds like you might be interested in it, check out Assistant to the Villain first and the sequel, Apprentice to the Villain. And if you do, I hope you enjoy them.